Hi everyone, my name's Ginger Newsom. Good morning. I hope y'all had a great New Year's. Sorry, I'm just getting this video to you for those who have checked Blackboard already and it wasn't posted. I had to do a little tweaking with some things with our Pearson, but I wanted to do just a short video to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about the course. So if it's okay, I'm going to share the screen. Basically, this is for our winter session course. It's a 13, 14 days long. Basically, we've just got 2 weeks, so we move really fast. So prepare yourself to get working each day. But I wanted to give you little basics about the course. But like I said, my name is Ginger Newsom, and I'm going to be your instructor. Okay, let me share my screen and tell you just a little bit. First of all, hopefully you all have gone to Blackboard. Well, I guess you will have to see this video. But it should take you to the Start Here page. Here, this should tell you pretty much the basics of how to get started. Main things we need to know that you need to know is that all of your lessons will be found here on Blackboard, but all of your work will be done on Pearson, which is our software. See, if you see this tells you a little bit about the course. Here's your syllabus and your calendar, and then this is setting up Pearson, registering for it. Now, I mentioned in here that I would suggest that you get the temporary code. The temporary code is free for 14 days. That way, if you decide you don't want to stay in the course, you haven't spent your money because you can't get a refund. And the course costs, the registration for Pearson costs $70-ish. It may be a little more than that. But for winter session, the winter session lasts only 13 days. The code lasts 14 days. In the past few years that we've done this, we've actually been able to do the whole course under the temporary code. So you might want to try that. Pearson could get smart on that. Who knows? But I'm not sure they realize that is an issue. Okay. But anyway, to sign up for Pearson, you can just go straight to the enrollment link right here that will put you into my course. This is our course code if you need it. But I would suggest doing the temporary code. But if you want to purchase, it'll give you an option. You can do it right there online. You don't need to go to a bookstore to buy this. This is where we do our homework, we do our tests, any reviews that we have. Even you'll see kind of how you're doing grade wise. You'll find it on Pearson in the grade book, not on Blackboard, but on Pearson. And so, yeah, this is going to be, you're definitely going to have access to this. So you can do all that online. I'm trying to think if I've forgotten. We'll look at that possibly in just a little bit, just to let you know how homework and everything will work. Okay. But this is, you can go right to this link and that should take you. It's pretty easy to set up. So, all right. Okay, so looking quickly, just to kind of give you a brief little summary, here is your Blackboard page. Okay, start here. So basically, when you want to start working through the material, we move pretty quickly. You can access all of your material over here on the left side. If you notice, we got start here. Announcements are where if I send you any kind of special instructions, I'll post this in announcements, and I'll usually send it as an email also, but you can find it in announcements. For example, let's see. I've sent 2 announcements already as emails. Okay, over here, lessons. If you go to a lessons, I have it set up. I'm sorry, this is hidden from you. Mine looks a little different since I'm the instructor. But what you should have right here is this test 1 material, right? If you click on test 1 material, I've noticed this kind of tells you, we move so quickly. We will cover all of test 1 today, tomorrow, and then we'll test on Wednesday, right? It covers, and I split this up into Monday and Tuesday. This is really up to you. Okay, you can work ahead and get it all done in one day if you want to, or if you don't get through with everything today, you can make it up on Tuesday. And you even have a little time on Wednesday to do it before you take your test. Okay, but if you click on the material, I want to show you. Okay, so I have, these are notes. Now these are PDFs of problems worked out. I really needed to make sure, I need to make it clear to everybody, it's not really supported by the Disability Acts because it's written out. This is simply supplementary for you if you want to use it. Some people find it helpful. These are strictly notes from my regular semester classes when I teach in person. These are the problems that we work in class. And sometimes it just helps for people to see the problem worked out. Okay, so that's what these are for each section. Strictly if that helps you. But mainly we're going to work through, if each section I have small videos that you can see if you're having trouble in certain things. A lot of these videos I got from the internet. As we move through the course, I made a lot of them myself, but this is strictly to show you how things are worked if you need help with that. Okay, so that was R5. We start, R5 just stands for review. So this should be review for you, R5, R6. See, I don't want this to be seem like it's too overwhelming to you. It seems like a lot. These are short videos to show you how to do certain problems. I figured most people would rather look at a short video than one long video. So I have these short videos that show you if you're having trouble with certain things, you could see this worked out. Okay. And then R7, so if you can see, I go through, these are all the sections. Okay, it's a lot. This first test is mainly about solving equations. Okay, a lot of people look at that and say, I got that. I did that in high school. This also happens to be one of the worst tests that most people take. And I don't know if it's just because people assume, oh, I've got it, but it goes through factoring polynomials, solving by factoring, solving by using the quadratic formula, some things like that. Hopefully it should be review. But also I realize a lot of people haven't had this in a really long time. So hopefully this will all help you. This is strictly to help you. These are all videos that you can look to see. But like I said, I've also posted my notes, and some people may just want to look at this and see how things are worked out. That may help you. Okay. Also notice really quick, this is all for test 1, but notice on the left side, I have recorded Zoom sessions. This is just something I added. Once again, it is strictly supplementary. Zoom class recordings. Back when we were having COVID and we had to teach the class remotely, I would record my classes. So these are old classes that I recorded when I was having to teach. And it just might be something, some of you might want to watch a video of me working the problems out. This would be me personally working the problems out as if you were sitting in a regular class. Okay, so I have it set here, different videos that cover, just as long as you know, this is from, semester almost 2 years ago. So, but it's there to help you. Once again, you don't have to look at all of these. These are different ways that you can access material or have access to me teaching it. Since this class, we don't meet regularly every day. This is strictly online. In some way, these Zoom recordings would be like actually sitting in and watching me. If I were going to teach through Zoom, it would be very similar to these Zoom classes. Okay, so that may help you. All right. This is, once again, the Zoom class recordings are found right over here on the left side, recorded Zoom session. Okay, so right here, when you're going to work your material and look at your lessons, you go to Blackboard. Lessons right here tell you what all we're covering. And then you can use the Zoom sessions if you would like that. Okay. Also on the left, we have the syllabus and calendar also. My contact info, here I am, my contact info. I've gone back and forth about this. I have not posted particular times that I'll have office hours. I think I found it in the past, since people are working on their own time. It just might be easier for you to email me if you have any questions. We can always hop on Zoom and work any problems that you need. I'll be trying, I'll be working from home. I will try to check my email regularly to see if we can help you. If you're having trouble with certain problems, you can always screenshot it and send it to me. I can work it out and send it back to you, or we can get onto Zoom. Okay. So for right now, I don't have set office hours. Later on this week, if you feel like that might be a good thing, I can always post a certain time that I'll I'll be on Zoom if you need to, check in with me. Okay. So real quick, I don't want to make this too long of a video, but let's see, testing and scratch paper. Let me talk about that. When we test, we're going to test online. You have to have Respondus, a good computer to record yourself. We will you'll be using Respondus Monitor and Lockdown Browser to video yourself while you take your test. And this is just information about it. Okay, our test is Wednesday, so it'll come up pretty soon. This is about using the Respondus Monitor and the scratch paper information. With your test, and I will ask you to scan your scratch paper and upload it. You will not get any credit for the test until I see your scratch paper. Okay, for two reasons. One, it's good for me to see so I can look for partial credit. And number two, which is what we have a lot of problems in on this online class, is people who are not working the problems and they are cheating. Okay, I want to see your work in this class. When you're testing, you're not allowed to use outside material. When you're videoing yourself, you cannot have another computer nearby you. You cannot have other notes sitting in front of you. You've got to work the problems yourself. And I want to see your scratch paper. Please understand this. When you're testing, if your scratch work if I cannot see the work where you got your problem, I will give you no credit. If you have the correct answer, like for example, solving equations. If I'm looking at you solving that equation, but it makes no sense, or if you just put the answer and showed no work, even though you had the correct answer, you will not get credit. Please understand that. Okay. But afterwards, you'll have to scan your scratch paper and upload it to me on Blackboard. Okay. This is information about that. Okay. That you have to worry about that, not till Wednesday when we take our first test. Okay. So let's go back to start here. Real quick, let me just show you. We have the calendar and the syllabus. Let's look at the calendar really quickly. This is nice. It lays out the class for you. Sorry, it's taking me a while for it to load. Okay, here's our course calendar. See if you can this should make sense. So once again, we have today. I'm just suggesting for you to do the first 4 sections. We just have to cover all these 8 sections by our first test. This is really up to you. You can work at your own pace, but you need to get it done. Don't wait. On Wednesday is test day. You have all day that you can be working through it. I've posted reviews. There's a review on Pearson that you can work through to help you review. Your test must be taken and completed by midnight of Wednesday. All of your homework is due by midnight. So do your homework. Don't wait till the end, right? Do it each day. You don't want to wait, but I have made it not due until the same time you turn in your test. That's it. In case you can't get everything done on Monday, you still have Tuesday to do it, stuff like that. All right. Okay, so we have test 1 on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday. That's definitely putting a lot of material into test 2, but we just don't have time to split that. Normally I split that up into 2 different tests. It'll all be on one test. So our test 2 will be next Tuesday. Our test 3 will be that following Friday, the day before the end of class. The last day of class is Saturday, and that's really for final exams. So we have 3 tests and a final exam. I'm going to drop your lowest test grade. Okay. The final exam is comprehensive, but it counts as much as a regular test grade. So if you do well enough on your first 3 tests, you do not have to take your final. You can use that as your drop. Okay. But of course, if you really did poorly on test 1, your final, just know you can drop test 1 and take your final. Okay. Everybody good? So there's 4 tests, including the final. You drop 1 of them. And for the homeworks, I'll end up dropping 1 or 2 of the lowest test grades. For your homework at the end, that will count. Your homework grade will count just like a test grade. Homework is a great chance to pull that grade up. Like I said, I would drop those. Okay, so if you work your homework past the due date, let's say you didn't get finished with 2.3 and you start working it later, after the due date, you can still work it for half credit. Okay, so, and I give you a deadline here, right there at 2 o'clock on Saturday. If you did not finish some of your homework and you want to work those for half credit to improve your homework grade, you can. Okay, you'll get 50%. All right, so that's your calendar. Oh, sorry. Hold on. It's out of my way. Let's see. I'll put this at the bottom. Oh, what else? Let's do the syllabus. I'm not going to go through all of this. It's pretty long, but I want you to read through it. It explains some things. But let me just skim through it just to make sure I'm covering everything. Let's see, this explains the homework that's going to be done on Pearson, and it explains about how after the due date, you can, I might not have, yeah, I think I've changed and have all the dates. This is from a previous semester, so if the dates are a little different, I think I've covered that. But the 3 tests, I just told you that will drop 1. Your final exam is comprehensive, but it can be dropped. So this is your final grade. The points is on a point system. A lot of you have to have a B to move on. And the way we have it set up in the math department is a B is an 80% and above. We do a plus minus scale, but we've given you 2 points in this case. So a B minus normally is an 80, but we've set it to be a 78 is an B minus and an 80 is B. So we basically shifted it by 2 points. So we basically given you 2 points just before you even start. Okay. The testing information, this is all the Respondus Monitor. I'll send this out maybe in a day or two because you don't need to think about taking your test. Your test won't open until Wednesday, and you have all day Wednesday to take it. But this is the Respondus Monitor. You have to use Respondus Monitor and video yourself in order to take the test. Okay. If you have any academic needs or student disabilities, please let me know. I'll look for emails from the student disability department about maybe extended time. Okay, very important, calculators. Most of you all have graphing calculators. You can only use a graphing, let's say a basic 4-function calculator. You cannot use your regular graphing calculator. It's very important. Okay, so you can buy these if you want one. Just when you're doing your homework, you can use your regular calculator. But for testing, you're not allowed to use your scientific calculator or graphing calculator. So you can buy one of these at a dollar store or Walmart for very cheap. But you'll also be supplied one when you're taking your test on Pearson. You can access a calculator. So sorry, I'm going to pause this for a second because I'm about to run out of power. So let me see real quick. I would hate to do all of this and then all of a sudden, I'm going to pause. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Right, sorry about that. I would hate for my computer to die right in the middle of doing this. Okay, so let's see, the cheating, obviously, this is really a big deal to me. I know you're taking your classes, your test online. It's really important. Y'all, don't cheat, okay? You're not allowed to have a separate computer open or your notes open, okay? Please don't cheat. All right, if you're caught cheating there, you will have an automatic F, and it's an unforgivable F, okay? I have to turn you into the committee that deals with academic discipline for the universities. Okay, so that's the cheating. Class attendance, this is an online course, but we do have to verify your attendance. So I'm just basically going to take that as by Tuesday, which is tomorrow in the afternoon. I'm going to verify your attendance just to see if you've logged onto Pearson and you've started working some of your homework. Okay, that will be enough for me to know that you're actually in the class. Okay. Withdrawal deadline is Thursday. This just goes so quickly. So, and this is all, a bunch of other stuff. Oh, tutoring. Good to know that tutoring is available. I think I have it. Yeah, tutoring information right here. Tutoring will be set up.
I'm pretty sure it's in the, you can go here to look, but it's going to be in the library. Hume Hall, in case you want to know, had a bad water leak. So it is in not good shape. So none of us are even allowed in the math building. But the winter session, this will tell you you have help on Zoom and in person, and it'll be located in the library. Okay. All right. I think I'm going longer than I said I was going to. One last thing I wanted to talk to you about. Make sure. Okay, back to our course. Let's look at Pearson really quickly. So when you want to do your homework and everything, you have got to go to Pearson. Pearson, also called My Math Lab. I told you, I gave you the instructions to sign up for it. When you get on here, and I realize my page looks a little different since I'm the instructor, but if you go to your assignments, do I have any that have showed up? Let's see. I'm not sure I have for y'all. Let me just show you how it works. The way you work for your homework, nothing's appearing. Hold on. It's slow. But the way you work your problems, I have it set to where all the lessons for test 1 should appear now. If you click on your homework, no, sorry, this is a new one. Sorry. This is my assignment manager, so this is not. Let me show you. You should just be able to click on it and it'll pull it up. But since I'm the teacher, it has all these editing situations. So you click on your homework. Basically, the way Pearson works is you work the problem. You can skip around. So just for an example, for question 1, the correct answer is, if I get it wrong, hit enter, it'll tell me it's incorrect. You can try another time. It lets you try 3 times, okay, to get the right answer. Final check. Okay, so it's incorrect. So what you have a question is, what you can do if you've missed it 3 times, you can hit similar question. It'll give you a new one, very similar. And you can keep working it until you get it correct. Or you can go to the next question. So if I went to the next question, if you notice over here, there's a red check, which means you don't have it correct. If you get it correct, it'll have a green check mark. Basically, you just want to work all of them. You can skip around. You get credit for the ones that you've worked. Don't get credit for the ones you've missed. Okay? So to me, it's pretty easy to go through with that. Okay? That's how that works. You will go, let's see, let me look. Hold on. Assignment manager. Notice, let me just show you. I don't think it is. I have it set to appear yet until tomorrow. Oh, no, it's the review. Sorry, I have certain dates where things appear. The review is a great way for you to go through and just help you prepare for the test when the time comes. It counts no points. It's just review, and you can work through it. Okay, so we have this thing called Respondus Monitor Lockdown Browser Setup. Okay, I set up this pretest for y'all. It's no points at all. It is just something that I want you to click on it like you're taking a quiz, and it's simply to help you get yourself and your computer set up for Respondus Monitor and Lockdown Browser. If you've never used it, it might ask you to download something really quickly. But I want you to be prepared. So when it's time for you to take test 1, you have your Respondus Monitor and Lockdown Browser set up and ready to go. Okay, so this quiz, like I said, you can take anytime. You just want to take it on the computer that you're going to use. And it just ensures that you have all of this set up and ready to go. So when you take test 1 on Wednesday, you'll have all that taken care of. Okay, but I do have it set. You've got to take this in order to be able to open test 1. Okay, you can do this anytime. Like I said, I think it's a true false question. It just a real simple, you got to answer one question, but it's not really a test. It's just to help you get it set up. Okay, test 1 will appear on Wednesday, and this is where you will go. You'll click on test 1. It'll go through the Respondus Monitor information, and you'll take test 1. Okay, that's pretty much how it works. All right, so I don't think I'm sure I probably missed something, and this went longer than I really planned on it, but I hope it's going to be 2 weeks for us. We're going to move fast, so get ready to start working. Please email me if you have any questions. I want to be available. I'm around home pretty much this week, and I'll be checking my emails regularly. So y'all can do it. I hope it's going to be a great 2 weeks, and good luck. Bye-bye.